His victim, his own daughter, Brittany Richmond. I've also got stuff from Dallas Richmond admitting that I told the truth about that. Brittany Richmond, from Rhonda Knudsen Rust, who is her mother, and Mark Richmond's former wife, as well as from Nicole Knudsen, Nicole Knudsen. This is Brittany's sister, and she hates him. Hates him. Brittany resulted in having a life like many women and men who grew up in those situations where their predator gets a slap on the wrist. And much of the family ostracizes the victim, like Zach Richmond hates his sister, Brittany. Dallas can't stand his sister, Brittany. Before Natalie died, I was going to buy the house that Zach bought, and later Dallas Richmond bought. I was going to buy that for a safe place for one of the Richmonds, but it wasn't Zach, and it wasn't Dallas. It was Brittany. But Natalie got her brains blown out, and it changed everything. It resulted in people being allowed to victimize me out of all of my money. Resulted in them being allowed to threaten, harass, and intimidate me, to break my things, to threaten my life and my family's life, to assault me. This is horrible stuff, and it had been going on for well before Natalie was killed. There was a lot of people I reached out to. Now the picture of Mark Eldon Richmond. You can type his name up on the Nebraska Sex Offender Registry. Yes, he is in fact a sex offender and registered. And he did in fact come to the house on multiple occasions, him and his wife, to pretend like autistic people are retarded, emotionless, rapey creatures. Isn't that funny? Both of them playing Christian while spouting that satanic bullshit. That's not the lovingness of the Lord there. That's satanic bullshit. You don't believe in the Jesus. You believe in the Rambo Jesus. I've read the Bible. There is no Rambo Jesus. There is no part in the Bible where Jesus is telling you to kill your children. There is no part in the Bible where Jesus says to kill Leslie Snell. He says she'll die. The right to kill her doesn't come from God. It comes from the Second Amendment. I choose not to exercise my Second Amendment. I choose to fight for the First Amendment without weaponry of that sort, because I am not willing to kill people. Yes, according to the Bible, Leslie Snell deserves to die. According to Jesus' own words. But not just her. Also you and I. But deserving to die. Does that give us the right to kill each other? No, it does not. This has been Christianity's excuse for wholesale slaughter for their entire existence. The Roman Empire, at its bloodiest time, where the most people were sacrificed mercilessly, was after Emperor Constantine, the first Christian emperor of Rome. But you say it in Jesus' name, forgetting there is no Rambo Jesus. You forget, judge not lest ye be judged. Like Cora Bauer wanted to judge me, call me a Satanist, threatened to cut off my balls and slit my throat. On the bright side, I recorded that. I also recorded when her friend decided that she was going to get a hold of me to harass me and threaten me and intimidate me and accuse me of stalking Cora Bauer. Excuse me, says I. She's the one threatening violence, calling people Satanists, and accusing people of killing folks. Nobody cared how many threats there were against me. Nobody cared how I was treated or why. It didn't matter because I'm a male. I'm not a human being to your society. I exist to do your dirty work, and that is all. It is my job to stand at the back of the bus and serve every other person on the bus before myself. That is my job. That is my station in life, because I'm the wrong color to be a victim, the wrong gender to be a victim, the wrong financial class to be a victim. Mark Eldon Reichman would come over to the house. Well, I'm uncomfortable with them kids crawling on me like I'm a jungle gym because of how it could be perceived, and often is. Mark Eldon Reichman, registered sex offender, gets to be around those children. Gets to be around those children, even knowing what he did to his own daughter. Dallas Reichman is fine with it. They're fine with them sitting on his lap. You have no idea how hard it was for me to endure that without screaming at the top of my lungs. Kind of like when Natalie Bollinger, when it turned out that the man she was trying to escape from, who was threatening to blow his brains out in Virginia, which cut me and her off from actually talking to each other as friends, from meeting up with each other as we had intended. Tim Beeson, sex offender. We're going to post up one about him. I don't know him in person, but I got enough harassment calls from him and left enough text messages to show I was trying to do the right thing. He was just a piece of shit. He harassed me, and then he played victim. Oh, I don't know how he found my name. He must be stalking you. Really, dude? Mark Eldon Reichman was one of the excuses that Dallas used for never coming forward. Nicole Knudsen spoke up about him, though. She also spoke up about the situation with Rhonda Knudsen Rust and the fact that she's not sending those to me. Somebody else is. It's somebody pretending to be her. Nicole Knudsen, yeah, she told me about her mother, Rhonda Knudsen Rust. She used to be married to Todd Rust. And Nicole talks about him and his form of Christianity. He's not a real Christian. Only when it suits him. He knew I told the truth about the situation in Virginia. But like everyone else in America, we're told that we're supposed to be loyal to the woman even if we know she's wrong. Especially if it's someone like Todd Rust, who has shown that he's just got a big old crush on her. He'd give up his own family for a chance with Jamie Curtis. She couldn't manipulate me the way that she did with the other boys in her life. Do you know why? Because I wasn't interested in sex. She had to use her son to manipulate me, much as many of these women use their children when they stalk a man, harass a man, and help his predators to get away. People like Robert Franklin Warnick. Leslie Snell did that, and then she wanted to play victim afterwards. All of these people play victim afterwards. I was assaulted by Scott DaCosta, but he gets away with it because no friend or family member cared to help me to turn it in. They did not care. They did not care. That includes Dallas Reichman. He'd rather protect sex offenders and child molesters, rapists, like his own dad, Mark Reichman. He'd rather ostracize and cast away his own sisters. He'll talk to Nicole. He won't talk to Brittany. He hates her. Because she told on his dad. Nicole has recorded on my channel talking about a lot of these situations. She verified the truth of them. Why won't you listen?